Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. How are you? I am Siddiki, lecturer in English, Kachakata College, Nageshwari, Kurigaon. Dear learners, today we will discuss on voice. Dear learners, the previous classes I took my class especially on voice. Today I will discuss in detail. Dear learners, you know that the change of voice as a general rule, subject, be verb, V3, preposition by, to, and with, and object. Let's keep an example. Dear learners, the teacher teaches us English. Points to remember to change the voice. At first, you know subject. Who does? If you ask who and get answer, that is subject. So the teacher teaches us English. Who teaches? Here, who is subject. Then, what does the subject act with? You got object, and what does the subject do? You get verb, and another object, English. Dear learners, this is the example of an active voice. Dear learners, the object of the active voice becomes the subject of the verb in the passive voice. Us, here us is an object, us the objective form. What's the objective form of us? What's the subjective form? We. So, we. The teacher teaches us English. The sentence is a present indefinite tense or simple indefinite or simple tense. So, be verb, present indefinite. We use be verb, that is present indefinite. Am is according to subject. We use am is here we follows are. We are. Then V3. The main verb is changed into past participle or V3. Teach, V3. Taught. Then another object that is called retain object. We write down here English. Then we use preposition by, to, add with, by, and then object. The subject of the verb in the active voice becomes the object of the verb in passive voice. So the teacher, subject object is equal. So we are taught English by the teacher. Dear learners, this is an example of an assertive sentence. Then He is doing the work. Dear learners, this is an example of present continuous. So, here object is the work. The work. Present continuous, we use being. Present continuous, we use being. That is, am being, is being, are being. The work is being. Then is done. Then by, then he, the objective form of he, that is him. Dear learners, he is doing the work. The passive voice is the work is being done by him. Dear learners, pronouns form objective form of pronouns to remember. That is, I, me, we, us, he, him, she, her, they, them, who, whom. Dear learners, this is the subject form. I, we, he, she, they, who. I, the objective form is me, we, us, he, him, she, her, they, them, who, whom. Once to remember. Dear learners, then we give the example of an interrogative sentence. For example, who did the work? Dear learners, here subject is who, date main verb, and the work, that is object. Object, the work. Object becomes the subject of the passive voice, the work. Then past indefinite, so we use be, that is was or were. The work was. Then V3, the main verb did. V3 done. Then by who is the subjective form, and the objective form is who. Dear learners, look at the sentence carefully. The work was done by whom? That is not interrogative sentence, but the sentence is interrogative. So we turned the sentence into interrogative. By whom? Then was auxiliary verb, then subject, the word, then or dear learners, the passive voice of the sentence is by whom was the work done or whom was the work done by. Both are correct. Then we will give the example of an imperative sentence. Dear learners, you know that imperative sentence begins with verb. For example, do the work. This general rule is let object be with. Do the work. So this is an example of an imperative sentence. Do the work. Imperative sentence begins with verb. You know. Do. Here do is verb, so we use let. Then object, the verb. Then be, then do, turn into, chance into V3, done. Do the work. The active voice is the passive form. Let the work be done. Another example, dear learners. Please come here. There is no object, but this type of sentence we turn into passive voice in the way you are requested to. Please come here. Turn into passive voice in the way you are requested to. Yeah. Another example. Please do not smoke. Please do not smoke. We write you are requested not to smoke. Dear learners, next another example, I know. The news shocked me. The story interested me. Dear learners, so we see that very easy sentence, I know him. Dear learners, him, the subjective form, he. Present indefinite, so we use be verb, that is am is a, he follows each, he is. Then he is known. The main verb known follows preposition to. Then I turns into me. I know him, the passive voice is, he is known to me. Then the news shocked me, the subjective form I, past indefinite tense, so we use auxiliary verb be, that is was or where, I was. Shocked, the main verb shocked follows the preposition at, shocked at the news. Then the story interested me, then I, past indefinite tense, so we use was, interested follows the preposition in, so we use in the story. Dear learners, I know him, he is known to me. The news shocked me, I was shocked at the news. The story interested me, I was interested in the story. Then we will learn or teach the reflexive verb or reflexive object. I and myself, that is the reflexive object. So in these cases we use subject, object. Then according to tense we use be verb and main verb turn into V3 and preposition by. So we use I, reciprocal I. Reflexive pronoun in this type of sentence, subject object is no sense turned into passive voice. So I am, that is present indefinite tense, I am, V3 and then by reflexive pronoun myself. Another example, he killed himself. So we use he past indefinite tense, so we use was, end by pencil. Then we use quasi-passive voice. There are do you know quasi-passive? Quasi-passive is active in form but passive in sense. That is called quasi-passive. Quasi-passive are two kinds: verb with a complement, verb without a complement. Dear learners, let's give the example and try to understand. The flower smells sweet. The book was painting. This is the example and quasi-passive voice. Another example of quasi-passive voice. This is with complement, and this is an example of without complement. So this type of sentence we turn into passive voice. The flower, then helping verb or auxiliary verb be eat, then complement sweet, then when it is, then smelt in these cases. And another without complement we use the book was being painted. Possessive. Then we will discuss the complex sentence. Dear learners, you know that complex sentence is one that has a principal clause and another subordinate clause. It's called complex sentence. We know that the sky is blue. We know that the sky is blue. This is an example of a complex sentence. We know that is principal clause, that the sky is blue, subordinate clause. So we use object that the sky is blue turn into the subject of the passive voice. That is it, subordinate clause. Subordinate. That the sky is blue. That is clause. So present indefinite tense clause. Clause the singular part. So we use each. Then noun. Then to. Then we turns into the objective form us. We know that the sky is blue, so it is the basic voice that the sky is blue is known to us. Dear learners, I have tried to make the lesson interesting. Be safe in a time of coronavirus. Thank you very much.